This lesson I've titled The Heart of Christmas. So good evening and welcome to this very special Christmas section of our Wednesday Creative Living series. Tonight we gather not just as individuals, but as a community united in the spirit of love, joy, and peace that this season so beautifully represents. So on this Christmas Day, we honor the spirit of divine love, peace, and light that Christmas represents. And may this sacred season remind us of the divine potential within each of us. That power, that presence that's in you. It's a light as enduring as the light, as that one that illuminated the first Christmas, or you may say the dawn of divine love in our world. We have that same light. That same light represented by the Star of Bethlehem, which guided seekers to the birthplace of Jesus. We're talking about that light, that spiritual light of Christ, symbolizing divine love, hope, and transformation. This light continues to inspire and guide us today. And all we gather to do is to learn how to align to the guidance of that spirit, that light. It's always inviting us to trust its presence. We want to embrace its guidance and reflect its brilliance through acts of love, kindness, and compassion. That same light does not diminish its brilliance. It's very active within. We want to learn how to tune in and be directed by that. So as we celebrate this day of renewal, of joy, of infinite possibilities, remember whatever you believe, it will come to pass. So if you believe this period, this season is a time for renewal, joy, and infinite possibilities, you would experience that. So we want to extend to you and your loved ones blessings of love, unity, and abundant peace. I have abundant peace. I have peace that surpasses all understanding. We want to affirm this all the time. And may your heart be filled with gratitude, because we know gratitude is causative. Your spirit with hope, and your days with the radiant light again of all that is good and true. We want to be filled with that light that will bring all that is good and true. So Merry Christmas, and may this day inspire greater love, deeper peace, and endless possibilities for the year to come. So we're already affirming and declaring what 2025 would be for us. It will be a year of endless possibilities. We shall declare a thing, decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. That's the power that we have. So whether you celebrate Christmas as a sacred holiday, a time of family and reflection, or a moment to pause amidst the busyness of life, whichever one it is to you, this gathering offers us a unique opportunity to explore the deeper meaning of this season. Christmas, in its essence, is a universal invitation to reconnect. What are we reconnecting with? We are reconnecting with the divine, with that infinite power. We are reconnecting with others and with our truest self. And you may ask, who am I? What is my truest self? It's the divine essence within us. It's that unchanging, infinite, and eternal aspect of who we are. We want to learn how to go on that journey without a distance and pull on that power whenever we need it. The power that is ever present, always available. So this season encourages us to pause and reflect and realign with the things that matter most. What are the things that matter most to you? Do you have them on a scale of preference? What are these things? The timeless values the things that bring us fulfillment, that thing that when you do it or when you align with it, you feel so at peace, it gives joy, and brings us into alignment with our divine nature. There's always something that happens anytime we align and do the things that we have been created to do. There's so much ease. There's so much ease. Even when there are challenging times, you look forward to surmounting those challenges. That's what this class is here to remind us. So whether through meaningful moments of reflection, the warmth of shared connections, or the quiet whisper of inner truth, Christmas offers us the opportunity to rediscover what it means to live in harmony with life's higher purpose. We always, constantly, as we align with the divine, to understand purpose. So Christmas, again, is more than lights. It's more than the gifts or traditions. Those are good. They make it beautiful. It's an invitation. It's a call to connect with the highest and best within us and each other. The best is yet to come. We are yet to understand what we are fully here to do, because as we align and engage with this, we discover more. It reminds us of timeless spiritual values, love, generosity, forgiveness, and the power of light to overcome darkness. That's what Christmas is here to remind us. So as we go into this lesson, let's open our hearts to the possibility of renewal. Let's consider the gifts that we are here to give. Not just gifts wrapped in ribbons, but those also wrapped in our presence, our kindness, and our understanding. Straight at the core of Christmas, we're talking about the birth of Jesus Christ and what it represents. It's a figure whose life and teaching emphasize love, compassion, and unity. His birth is more than just a historical event. It's a profound spiritual symbol that invites us to look in, reflect on the divine qualities within ourselves and the world around us. Again, the birth of Jesus represents the arrival of light in times of darkness. It's here to remind us that hope, renewal, and transformation are always possible, no matter the challenges we face. Light, hope, transformation, it's always possible in spite of what you're going through. No matter how dark it is, no matter how difficult it looks now, there's hope. There's a possibility for transformation to take place. And when we align with the truth, that will make it possible. So no matter how dark life may be, whether through challenges, uncertainty, or struggle, this light is always present 24/7, waiting to guide us. Light. Think about a time when you felt lost, confused, or unsure of what to do next. Perhaps in that moment, a quiet inner nudge, a gut feeling, led you toward clarity or helped you make a decision. That's the light we are talking about. Those gentle whispers. We call it intuition. It's not loud or forceful. It's subtle, like the Star of Bethlehem, quietly guiding the wise men to the birthplace of Jesus Christ. So do not despise when you have those insights. Do it this way, directing you. This internal guidance system, again, that I mentioned, intuition, is a divine light within us. And each time we come to these classes and listen to this teaching, what we are doing is reactivating that power. It reminds us that even when we can't see the whole path, we can take the next step in faith, trusting that light will continue to unfold our way. Trust and believe and faith. Imagine how different life would be and would feel if we trusted that quiet nudge more often. So anytime we pause and reflect and we get insight and we trust it, imagine how our life would have been. We would have been experiencing the exceeding abundantly and above all the time if we allow it to guide us through challenges toward growth and renewal. That's again what Christmas is bringing us to trust that light, that nudge, that intuition within us, and let it guide us like it guided the men to the birthplace of Jesus. And that brings us to another truth. Every difficulty we face carries a seed of renewal. Think of the birth of Jesus, born not in a grand palace, but in a humble manger. Again, this teaches us that beauty, greatness, and divine purpose can emerge from the most unassuming or challenging circumstances. So when we encounter struggles in life, they are not the end. It's not there to kill you, to deter you. They are not the end. They are the fertile ground from which new beginnings grow. That challenge is a fertile ground. Like the seed that must break open in the soil to become a tree, our hardships, our sad situations are often here to prepare us for something greater. Remember, whatever you see a situation to be, that's what it will end up being. So let's take a moment to reflect silently on this idea. Have you seen renewal come from a difficult moment in your life? We're talking about things to learn from Christmas. Have you seen a renewal or something great come out from a difficult moment in your life? Maybe it was a challenge that taught you resilience, or a setback that led to a new opportunity. Renewal often doesn't feel obvious at first. But with time, we can see how even the darkest moments serve a greater purpose. Remember, we often say it's all working out for our own good. Now think about how you've been a light in someone else's life. Maybe you offered a kind word to someone having a bad day. Or perhaps you simply listened when they needed it most. Even small acts of kindness like a smile or an encouraging message can brighten someone's world in ways we may never fully realize. Reflect on a time when you've been a source of light. Do you remember how you've been a source of light to someone? Or you helped someone tide through a situation? What did that experience teach you about the power of love and compassion? We are picking up things to learn from Christmas. This is a deeper meaning of Jesus' birth. His light didn't just illuminate the world. It called us to awaken the light within us. We all have this light. It's a reminder that we are not only recipients of light, but also its carriers. When we choose to be kind, when we choose to forgive, when we choose to encourage, we become like that star of Bethlehem, guiding others towards hope and renewal. Think back, you remember when you've done this, helped someone, assisted someone, a smile. We are here to encourage you to trust the light within you and let it guide you, let it renew you, and let it shine outward to those around you. This again is the legacy of Jesus' birth. Not just an event in history, but a living call to embody this light. Let it shine more. Use it more often. speak kind words. We want to embody this light, love, and hope in all we do, not just an aspect of our life, not just when we are at home, all we do. So let's affirm, I am the light of the world. My light shines brightly, guiding me and others to love, peace, and truth. Christmas is a call to embody unconditional love. Love that transcends barriers of race, religion, and social status. Again, Jesus' life offers us a powerful example of compassionate service, forgiveness, and the importance of fostering peace and unity within our families, communities, and the greater world. When we think about his birth, it marks the awakening of divine potential within us. Like I said, we have this power within us. And as we listen to these lessons, to this teaching, what we do, we are awakening this power that we already have. Just as Jesus came to the world with a message of love and peace, we too are invited to birth and nurture the divine qualities already present within us. We talked about the qualities like love, peace, forgiveness, and unity. We want to awaken these qualities. They are not distant ideals, they are seeds within our hearts, waiting for us to recognize and express them. So we want to take a moment to consider how this applies to our life today. Perhaps there's a relationship where love has been clouded by misunderstanding, or where forgiveness feels difficult. What if you approach that situation with the unconditional love Jesus embodied? What might change? Consider a simple yet profound scenario. Imagine a family member, friend, or neighbor who has been distant or difficult. We experience this all the time. Perhaps there's been tension or simply no connection at all. You might decide to extend a small act of kindness, a smile, a kind word, or even an invitation for coffee. Now imagine taking it a step further. You decide to send them a simple text message. Hi, I was thinking of you and hope you are well. Let me know if there's anything you need. These are things we want to learn from Christmas. Or perhaps you muster the courage to make a phone call saying, I just wanted to check in and wish you a wonderful holiday season. At first, it may feel uncomfortable or even vulnerable to take that step, especially if the distance between you has been significant. But in making that gesture, you are not just extending kindness to the other person, you are freeing yourself of fear that may have lingered. Again, this is Christmas. We are talking about love, reconnection, and spreading that light. By taking an enlightened step, such as sending a message of kindness or making a call, you are not only breaking barriers with the other person, you are releasing the emotional weight of separation and choosing peace. We always want to choose peace all the time. We will always want to free ourselves of every burden. So as you offer love or connection, you step into the divine truth of who you are. Remember, you are a being of light. You are a being of love. You are one of infinite possibilities. You know why this step is important? What it does is that it shifts energy. We're just moving energy from whatever has been negative to the positive, and it gives room for expansion, for growth, for demonstrations. So even if the other person doesn't respond as you had hoped, the act itself changes something within you. It just makes you lighter. It aligns you with the principle of peace and unity that Jesus taught, reminding you that love is not conditional, it's a choice you make to express divine qualities within you. We're picking up things from Christmas. As Nelson Mandela said, resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it will kill your enemies. So we want to connect and shift those burdens so we can focus right in the new year. So reflect for a moment. Is there someone in your life, a neighbor, a colleague, a family member, who you could reach out today with a simple, loving message? Think again, what might that act of connection do for them? And equally important, what might it do for you, the most important person in your world? This season reminds us that when we take the steps toward love and unity, we align with the highest expression of our divine potential. We want to reconnect. We want to free ourselves of every burden, every weight. So let's practice taking those enlightening steps, trusting that every act of love not only brightens someone else's life, but also ours, illuminates our path as well. So we affirm, with every step I take in love, I free myself, uplift others, and align with my highest truth. So when we say all is well, we know all is well because we have done the right things. As Martin Luther King Jr. beautifully said, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. This is the season of love. Again, Jesus' life reminds us that we have this transforming power within us. You have it within you. It's there within you. And each act of love we extend becomes a ripple that spreads far beyond what we can see. So don't take for granted the acts, the things that you speak, the kind words, the smile. They can heal long-time wounds. So in celebrating Christmas, we honor not only the birth of Jesus, but the universal principles his life represents. Love that heals, peace that transforms, and the unity that brings humanity together as one. And we want to start from our own homes, the people around us. The celebration of Christmas as we know it today is a blend of traditions, culture, and spiritual practices. Its historical origins stretch beyond Christianity. It incorporates elements of ancient winter solstice, which honor the return of light after the darkest day of the year. This winter solstice, observed around December 21, marks the end of the shortest day and longest night, symbolizing the turning point when darkness gives way to lengthening days. For ancient cultures, this natural phenomenon represented renewal, hope, and the triumph of light over darkness. Just as the solstice heralds the return of sun's light, Christmas invites us to celebrate the spiritual light brought into the world. It's a symbol of the light we are called to embody and share, even amidst life's darkest moments, amidst the challenges, amidst the turmoil. Over time, Christmas has evolved, weaving together the sacred themes of nativity. So at the core of Christmas remains a season that reminds us that light prevails, offering inspiration of transformation all the time. All the time. So, from the celebration of Christmas, we are called to embody its essence, not just for a day, but as a way of living. We want to recognize the divine in every moment. Divine in every moment. Every situation, everything is divine. Every person and every experience. So Christmas is reminding us to recognize the divine in every moment, every person and every experience. We often say that every experience is a teacher to us. We want to live with open hearts, cultivating compassion and understanding. We want to share our light because we have this light within us, even when the world, everything seems dark and heavy. We want to embrace peace within ourselves so we can contribute to the peace of the world. So as we move through season, let's reflect on these principles and how they can guide us. Principles of love, unity, reconnection. Not just during this season, but throughout the new year. Let us commit to living lives of love, kindness. Always show kindness. We want to dedicate the times to show kindness all the time. Let this be a time to remember that the essence of Christmas is not found in what we do or what we share, what we have alone, but in how we choose to be with ourselves, with others, and with divine spark within all life. So, things to reflect on. How can we embody these values, not just during the season, but in our daily lives? The divine light within us is not meant to remain hidden. Christmas reminds us to let it shine, to bring compassion to those in need, to forgive where there has been hurt, and to create harmony where there is division. As truth students, this is what we are to do. Think of a single candle in the darkness. Its flame not only illuminates the space around it, but can also ignite countless other candles without diminishing its own light. So as you show light, as you show kindness, it does not diminish your own. This is what the spiritual essence of Christmas asks of us, to be the light for others, whether it's through kindness, a listening ear, or moments of understanding. Every act of love and peace contributes to a brighter, more unified world. Another thing to reflect on. Ask yourself, how can I give the gifts of love this season, this period? Not just the ones wrapped in paper, but through my actions and presence. Another thing to reflect on. What can I give this season, this Christmas, that will create lasting meaning, not just for others, but for myself? Is there someone, including myself, I need to forgive to embrace the peace of this season fully? Is there something you need to let go or forgive? In what ways can I shine my light brighter this season to inspire hope and joy in others? How again can I offer the gift of presence to those I love and to myself this season? Do we need to pause a little more? Do we need to reflect a little more? Of course, there's some practices that we can engage. We can do the daily gratitude. Begin and end each day by listing things you are grateful for, nurturing a sense of abundance. These are practices we can take into the new year. Talked about acts of kindness. Commit to small, meaningful acts of kindness to uplift others. We want to create mindful presence. Practice being fully present in your interactions and activities. Be here now. Another big part is forgiveness. Forgive ourselves and forgive others. So we open up ourselves for the flow of life and align to it. So as we embrace this season, let us accept the invitation to reconnect deeply and meaningfully. Let us remember that Christmas is not just a celebration, it's a practice. Love is practice. It's a choice. Reconnection is practice. We don't just say it, we want to practice it. Send that text message, make that phone call, reconnect, free the channels for blessings. It's a practice of love, generosity, and presence. It's a practice of honoring the sacred in ourselves, others, and the world. We never want to take for granted the pausing and reflection. Pause and reflect all the time. Create a quiet time. Through this reconnection, we not only find joy and peace for ourselves, but also contribute to the collective light of humanity. We always want to quiet down and listen and be directed by that light, that intuition. So as we close this sacred time together on this Christmas Day, we honor the spirit of divine love, peace, and light that this day represents. Let it remind us of the boundless potential within each of us. The same light that shone so brightly on that first day of Christmas continues to guide us. That light is always shining so brightly for each and every one of us. So may your heart be filled with gratitude, your spirit with hope, and your days illuminated by the radiant light of all that is good and true. Merry Christmas, and may this day inspire greater love, deeper peace, and endless possibilities as we step forward into the fullness of who we are meant to be. Amen, and so it is. Thank you all for being here, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Peace and blessings to you all.